Neville Gallimore will be out for the game. Cam Curl will be questionable, but he's made really good progress. Jordan Whittington will be questionable, as will Charles Woods. And then we won't elevate Noteboom quite yet, so he'll be out for the game. But he is making good progress. With Ethan Evans, he's sick, so he'll be out for the game. And then I know you guys will all be wondering about Puka. Took part in practice yesterday. Banged his knee just a little bit. Fortunately, there's nothing structurally. He'll be listed as questionable, but I wouldn't bet against this guy. My expectation is going to do everything in his power to be ready to roll, and that's the mindset that we have.
Do you expect him to practice today?
No, we're going to be smart with him, get him, turned over, try to get that knee feeling as good as possible for game day.
This is the third time and second contact injury with that same knee.
Yep.
What's the level of concern there about managing?
I think it's more about, he ended up going to the ground, and it was kind of one of those deals that I think the good thing is what the hope and expectation is that sometimes when you do that coming off an injury, it kind of scares you as much as anything, all right, where maybe you broke up some scar tissue. When you look at the picture, it was really encouraging structurally. But then there can sometimes be a little bit of fluid, and then that can just limit some of your mobility. But getting that out of there, talking with Reggie about what his expectation is, knowing how Puka will attack the next couple days. Not something I'm concerned about, other than want to be able to keep our guy off the ground.
Did he have to have fluid removed?
No, I haven't done anything like that.
I know all these. Every time they go on step on the field, they're at risk of being hurt. But
yep.
With him 3 times, is there a heightened concern about guy going through the season?
Yeah,
and how that...
you know what? I think like I've talked to you guys about, you want him out there. He's an incredibly important part of this football team and what he brings to our team from a lot of different perspectives. Sometimes it's just unfortunate. You look at it where there was an aggravation, and whether or not he was fully ready to get back at it with what occurred in Detroit. I can't attest to that, but there were those 2 times where it's the one when you guys were at the Chargers practice, and then we end up having what occurred in Detroit. The structural, actual things that we're looking at, look really good and intact, which is encouraging. There was actual setbacks in terms of some of the actual knee sprains that existed both against the Chargers, and then obviously it was even a little bit more significant against Detroit. What I was encouraged about is, while that's not ideal, it's not anything that is really, it's different than those previous 2 in regards to what the MRIs and what the scans show. Yes.
Chase had said yesterday that Ethan was under the weather.
Yeah.
But here you are. Typically, it would be okay, I would think,
sure,
when someone's under the weather. But
yeah,
we might get to Sunday. But why are you guys
talking
him out now?
I don't even know technicalities in terms of if I can reveal. Yeah, he is sick. I mean, it's he's got a sickness that we expect him to be okay, but it's not like your typical flu. So. I mean, it's not COVID. No, it's not COVID. I mean, I don't know what the medical. Yeah, Gary, quit asking all these damn questions. We expect him to be okay, but it is a sickness that would require you to miss a little bit of time, and don't get me in trouble, man. All right?
Who will hold? He's the holder.
We're working through that right now. Yeah. We've got a couple guys that we brought on the practice squad as punters, and we are going to figure that out today, and you got to be ready to roll.
Yeah, I mean, but you have been going for it more on 4th down this year, situationally speaking.
Yeah.
But does this even further cause discussion internally with you guys, with Stretch, just about what potential shift in plan?
You know what? I think what we want to be able to see is, all right, what does it look like as it relates to both the punting and the holding situation, based on, having a couple guys in here. One of the guys there is a familiarity with Cardi in their background, and then bring another guy in here to kind of work out and then take part in practice. And so we'll see what that looks like. But the answer is yes, but I also we don't want to make reckless decisions, and these are circumstances that you have to navigate.
Kind of a bigger picture question, but when you guys won the Super Bowl, you did trading away picks, lots of big swings, guys. You look at this team now as you go toward another Super Bowl, and it's guys that you've drafted and kind of more homegrown guys. Have you seen that shift in philosophy?
Man, that's I think every single year is, it's a new team. There's different ways, and I think what you do is you look at, all right, what are the parameters? What are some of the things that are presented? Where are some of the key positions? What do you have allocation-wise towards money? And then where are you at in the season? You look at that season. We start 7-1. We went through a little bit of a stretch, but when we made those trades when we were 7-1, there's an expectation and there's a confidence level based on where Aaron was at in his career. You had Leonard Floyd really rolling. You're saying, all right, hey, a Von Miller caliber of player comes available. Well, let's go, make an attempt to be able to go get him. And then Odell becomes available. And so it's a different approach. Some of it was by necessity, and so I think you've seen a lot of models that work. And I think you have to be able to be committed to, whatever that approach is. Based on all the parameters, what are the foundational pieces that you have in place? And so I think we'll continue to try to evolve. It's different than what it looked like a couple years ago. It's different than what it looked like my very first year in 2017, all of which have allowed us to be able to continue to formulate, all right, a lot of good decisions and then some different things you say, let's learn from that and let's try to apply it based on, what the landscape of the league is and what's going to be the best formula for us to try to go compete and give ourselves an opportunity to be relevant.
Do you expect to make any moves in the trade deadline?
It's hard for me to say right now. I mean, those are conversations that we haven't really gotten to. My focus is on Seattle.
Just one more follow-up on Puka, if you don't mind.
Sure.
Is this something, because, you mentioned things like, the potential for swelling, fluid, those types of things, especially after a sprain and then the scar tissue and all of that. But is this something he's going to have to really manage over?
I don't expect that. It's not like it's an arthritic knee or anything like that. It's just been kind of unfortunate where you've had the two instances that we talked about, and then yesterday, and what our hope is that it was more of a scare than really anything. And I think in such a short amount of time, you go to the ground no matter whether you have a history with a knee or not, and how physical he plays and how heavy sometimes he can go down. That's what can occur. And so I don't anticipate that being something that's going to be an issue moving forward.